Hello again, welcome back. So now we have our combo attack system in place for now. Let's move on to swinging the tool. So it'll be under the same branch right here. So at the beginning when we're pulling our input action and we're seeing if we have a weapon drawn, if we don't have a weapon drawn, then we want to see if we have a tool equipped. So I'll grab a tool equipped boolean and add a branch, and we'll hook it right here. And if we do, then we'll basically do the same thing right here and see if we are changing equipment and can attack. We can use the same can attack boolean. So if we have a tool equipped, then we will see if we are changing equipment and all that jazz. And up here we will set can attack to false. Drag all this down so that it's not crowding everything right here. Then just like last time, we are going to get our mesh and we're going to play montage. And for this one we're only going to have one, so let's go into our animations folder and get the melee attack. Let's see, it was sword and shield /6. This is the one I'm going to use for chopping. So I'll right click, create montage. This is tool swing _mt. And the reason I'm doing it as a separate one instead of just using that first one is because I'm going to make this one slotted to the root slot so that when they swing this, they stand in place. So right about here is our chop trace. So I'm going to add a notify, montage notify. I'm just going to call this chop. And then right here, add a montage notify called release. So now back in the blueprint, we'll hook in our tool swing montage. We can just do it right here. And then we'll do a switch on name. We don't want it connected to the top, we want it on notify begin. Add 2 pins, get rid of the default. First one was chop, second one was release. So similar to the attack trace, we're going to do a chop trace. So we'll add a function here, then back over in the event graph, we'll just basically set can attack back to true. So on release, can attack back to true, and on chop is our chop trace. But when we fire off and then we're doing our chop, we want this character to stop moving. So just like we did for the stopping of the sliding, we're going to set actually, you know what would probably be easier? Here where we set everything up right here, let's just take this and this portion over into separate functions. So we'll take this over here. We'll right click and create a custom event called stop walk. And another custom event called resume walk. And then here, after we reset from our final attack, we can do our resume walk function and then plug it in here. And then up here we can do our stop walk. And now instead of having to punch it in every single time, we can just, let's see, release, we'll do our resume walk. And up here we'll delete that and we can do our stop walk. So now let me pull the tool out, run over, And then when I try to chop, she kind of glides to a stop, but that's because of our braking thing. What we could do if we wanted to is in our stop walk, we'll set our braking deceleration to 0 also. And then in our resume walk, we'll set braking deceleration walking back to, I think it was 768. So this will cause a little bit of a kind of glide. Oh, so we set it to 0. That's gonna take out all our braking. Let's just bump it up to 1500 in the stop. And there we go. So when we are pulling out our sword and swinging it around, that's looking good so far. Oh, there's a problem. So in our animation melee state, we don't have the jump animation set up. So let's go set that up real quick also. So in our melee blend space, let's drag this back a little bit. From here, we're going to do a blend by bool. Now, since we're doing off of our jump boolean, just like last time, our false pose is going to be the melee, and our true pose is going to be the fall loop. Just like that. I wonder if this will let us do the spinning attack animation. Yeah, alright, so let's actually, you know what? We're going to leave it for now. And we'll adjust this later on so that we can have maybe some aerial combat with those first 2 attacks. I mean, it might not look the greatest because of these animations, but you'll be able to... It'll show you how to get some air control and gravity control over your character so that you can get different animations and you'll know how to do aerial combat. That'll be fun. So we'll do that later on. So I'm going to leave it the way it is for now. And for this one, that is going to wrap it up, I think. So in the next one, we'll start working on actually establishing our character's stats and getting our HUD element to start reflecting our health and our hunger and thirst and all that jazz. So I'll see y'all in a bit. Bye.